Alright, so this is for the October Battlebox. What I like about Battlebox is that they actually send out the box late in the month for the previous month, and then it comes in early. So this is probably the box that gets in the first in the month, if that makes sense, from all the other boxes. Tack pack, we got Shit the Fan, barrel and blade. What else pops up? Yeah, all of them. Battlebox seems to be the fastest when it comes to shipping, so that's pretty cool. So I'm going to crack this thing open here. Alright. Cha. Alright, so front and center, we got Complete Guide to Edible Plants, Chaga Chunks, Wazoo, Foraging Bandana, Edible Wilderness Playing Cards, Flavored Crickets, and Flavored Larvets. I think I have the Pro. So in advance we had Lord and Field Farmhand Knife, Lord and Field Canvas Trail Bag, and then we've got the Pro, which has the wax canvas braided twill log carrier, and the Morakniv 511 knife. What is any relationship to the 511 brand? Man, I think it's only $10. Interesting. Huh. It's a carbon steel. Alright. I'll switch this around. Maybe need a little more room, so got the Complete Guide to Edible Plants. So where is that? That is a book. Alright. Boom. Complete Guide to Edible Wild Plants. Let's take a look quickly. Department of the Army. Is this a field manual? Huh. It's weird. That is weird. I don't even. I don't know. Is this? Why wouldn't they just put in an FM then? This is weird, but it's very colorful. Look at that. Marsh marigold. Can you imagine if you had to go to school? They probably have to. In some of the schools, survival schools, they're like, yeah, you know, they had to memorize some of this stuff because this is all you're gonna have. You're not gonna be able to carry a book. We're just gonna give you whatever you have on your back to survive, and you just kind of have to study this thing. Remember, hey, wait, yeah, that's a water chestnut, or yeah, a nettle. You can eat the young shoots and leaves. Huh. Interesting. Complete Guide to Edible Wild Plants. Alright, so what is next? Chaga Chunks. Chaga Chunks. Oh, it's these guys. I forgot who I watched. I watched another review of this one. These remind me of almost like there's a chocolate honeycomb, like chocolate covered honeycomb. This looks like a very raw version of that. I was curious if these smell horrible, but actually not much scent at all. So they're fairly light. They do take up a lot of room for their weight, so I mean, if anything, they just look like wood bark, right? Very light wood bark. This one actually is wood bark, but it's not a wood. It's something that grows on trees, not the tree itself. Very interesting. I think they mentioned that you can use it to start fires. You can boil it to do something. Gives you some medicinal qualities. It's probably in here, which would be, you know, only right. Actually, is there an index here? Let's see. It is Not in here. Maybe they call it by something else, but yeah, would have been funny if it was in there. Yeah, so those are chocolate chunks. Okay, so the foraging bandana. Let's do this. That is really colorful. I did not expect that to be a bandana. Holy moly, look at that. It's like a page out of a book. Alright, here we go. Let's lay it out, see how much I can get in. Oh, it's very cool. So it's got a kind of a grid set up here. So you're looking for caloric stuff. You've got your protein, which roots make sense. Do not eat. You're just going to have to go by pictures. There's no way you're going to pronounce some of this stuff unless you've studied it. Viola SPP, right? Very cool. They do have some instructions in each corner, so 5 steps of identifying edible plants. Very simple. You have located what you think is a certain plant. 2. Compare your plant to a reliable reference. Do this carefully, thoroughly, critically, and reasonably. 3. Double and triple check. Compare against more references. 4. Find more specimens. Do this until you can effortlessly recognize the plant. And 5. Assess your contradictory confidence. Do you really have it? Are you sure? Are you willing to bet your life? Yeah, I bet. It's actually pretty interesting. Okay. Rules and ethics of foraging. Uses of this bandana. And then on this corner, information about the actual like design. Nothing too fancy. Alright. Pretty cool. I mean, you've only got what? Let's see. Oh, you've got little icons on it. Check this out. I didn't even see that. I wasn't paying attention. You have little icons about what each section of the plant can be used for. So some of them do not eat, but it is medicinal. Okay. So maybe topical application only. Fire starter and do not eat. That's pretty cool. You can't see my finger. It's over here. Alright. That's pretty cool. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Wear this on your head? I don't know. But good to have. Doesn't take much pack space. I'd actually do some research, maybe get a quick guide around your area for plants, or maybe even talk to someone in your area and whip this up and say, hey, any of these live here? So you kind of already have a head start. And then all the stuff that they say is not even in your area, just knock it out. Or even just notate it. Alright. Edible crickets. Alright, so I will probably not be eating these. Oh, look at that. Legs are coming off. Bacon and cheese. Ooh. I don't know. Maybe it's just the, if you gotta do it, you gotta do it. Might as well try it now instead of, in the wild. So you can figure out, hey, I've eaten a cricket before. This is not how it's supposed to taste. I probably ate a bad cricket. I think I was watching like a Survivor Man or something, and he actually cooked his crickets. So I probably would have just ripped his head off and ate it. I'm pretty sure that guy cooked it. So cook your crickets. That's how they get nice and crunchy. All right. In advance, you got the farmhand knife. All right. So farmhand knife. I think it was this thing over here. Yeah, farmhand knife. Hard working knife. This reminds me of the, wow, that is really nice. Oof. It's almost like a leather texture, but it's not. This reminds me of linoleum towel cutters, I think, when I saw this. It has that hook. This is like your, yeah. I gotta research a little bit on what this shape blade was designed to do. I mean, it's definitely not like a chopper. It's more of a strike, what do they call that? Scoring tool, if anything. So, but it is, whoa, yeah, lockback. Look at that. Oof, pretty cool. Doesn't go in very far, but yeah, it's really good quality feel to it. Very nice. I wonder if they packed it in so much oil is because it'll probably rust if I leave it sitting out, but we'll find out. Alright, so that's there. Put this away. Alright, what is next? The canvas trail bag. So this one I was excited about, actually, when I saw it on someone else's review channel. I wanted to get a feel for how big it is, how durable this canvas is. Alright, so we have that. Okay. Thought the canvas was going to be a lot more stubborn. This one's actually not too bad. It's just your normal dump pouch. Very retro looking. So I guess you just leave that hanging. It's still hooked up to your belt, so it'll go like this. Oh, look at that on the inside. It's got, what was it? The Lord and Field brand on the inside. Yeah, it's sneaky. Kind of a nice, oh, or, there it is. So you don't have to, there it is, beautiful. Lord and Field Outfitters. So you don't have to take your belt off to put it on. You can just put it over. Very cool. That's that. And then we've got the waxed canvas rugged twill log carrier. Oh, that was long. This thing here. It's got some really good body to it. Fully sealed bag. Just remember saying that. Nice. This is actually quite stiff. I was always, when I was watching the other videos that someone had, and I was always worried because I've had, I guess, cheaper canvas or old canvas, like surplus, where it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and unfold it and crack, it cracks open. So this one is still pliable. I don't know, if it's waxed canvas, do you have to continually wax it to keep it nice and pliable, or would that break it down? So that is really cool. This thing's huge. I liked was the Battlbox channel where he said you can just use this to lay it down and put some tools on it in the field if you don't want to get your tools dirty, or use it as a something to kneel on. That's very cool. Put it down there. Last, Maracniv 511. Oh wait, whoa! I missed the playing cards. Shame on me. These came in the basic. Huh. Let's see. Try the new one out. Let's see what these look like on the inside. Regular playing deck with 52 common, wild, edible foods and plants. This might be more useful than the bandana. You go out and you're prepared and you're like, I know that I can eat the Jack of Hearts, or the Jack of Hearts. Oh look, it's got a little lanyard thing here too. Wow. I'm just gonna leave it in there, but you've got that. You've got rules of foraging as well. I guess it's a common thing. You've got your picture with the species name. I'm gonna crack this open. I'm actually curious. Let's see what we have here. It'd be funny. You give your kids like educational playing cards. You rotate them. All right. So on one side, it's got what areas that it's found in. On the other side, it's got the playing card side, and it's got warning, not a bulk food, used sparingly for medicinal purposes, characteristics, warning there, uses, very cool, hints. Wow, that's actually really cool. Holy moly, I like that. Lamb's quarters, right? Let's take a look at that. That is the King of Spades. Look at that. Edible, the entire plant. Very cool. Actually, these are really cool. I want these. I love these. They have, I forgot, is a UST or someone that has cards that are plastic cards so that they can get them wet and they won't get all mucked up. So, it's a Moroccan knife. And they have this little feature here. I have another one here. Look at that. Another Moroccan knife. I think they were saying you could daisy chain these or something. Huh. Oh no, this is not the one you can daisy chain. This one you can daisy chain on this side. So you have like multiple knives hanging off, but let's take a look here. It's all hard plastic for the handle. It's got a carbon steel blade made in Sweden, which is not too different from, so this is mine here. I got kind of the upgraded version. It's got a rubberized handle, stainless steel. It's a little bigger. So not too much different. You know, carbon steel knives you have to take care of a little differently. Oof, look at that. That looks hideous. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you guys see that? All across the top is ugly. Oof. I guess for a $10 knife, what do you expect? Whereas this one is, look at that. That edge is, where that top is much nicer. Alright, so found one interesting flaw there. I'm going to go move this out of here because it's not part of the box. So, that is the October Battlbox. You get a lot of stuff in this one. A lot of pretty interesting, cool stuff. 2 knives, which is really cool. 3 if you... Would it be 3? Yeah, it'll be 3 if you got the Pro Plus. But yeah, everything's kind of cool here. I think this one's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to work up the will to try these out. I like the playing cards a lot. I think this is more useful than this. Only because this doesn't tell you where these can be found in the state or in the US. These are just like, hey, look at this picture. Hopefully you can match it. At least here it's like, hey, I can do a sorting exercise, get rid of the stuff that doesn't exist on the West Coast since that's where I am. And then from there, I have a smaller pile of cross-references. I might even play the, let me sort these by height, and that way, if I needed to, I could say, oh, well, let me look for things that are 24 inches. And look, I found all the ones that are 24 inches and taller in this section. So yeah, that's my take on this box. Pretty cool. Thanks for tuning in, and stand by for more boxes.